Welcome again to the 21st Annual Boston Public Schools Valedictorians Luncheon. So I want to thank everybody here at the Boston Harbor Hotel for hosting this event again today. Look at the spectacular view. It's always fabulous. And if I may, I'd like all of you to give a round of applause to these very attentive, wonderful servers. They're fabulous. They're always good every year. Special thanks to the generous sponsors. You can find a complete list of the sponsors in your program book. Thank you all for your support. Now we have a special video we're going to play for you now. Earlier this month, we sat down with some of our valedictorians to hear directly from them about their experience in Boston Public Schools. And here's what they told us.
My name is Perille, and I attended the John D. O'Brien School of Math and Science. I'm a senior, and I will be attending Boston University this fall.
My name is Alvin Morales Hiron. I go to Edward M. Kennedy Academy for Health Careers. I plan to attend Dartmouth College and to major in biology.
So my name is Kamaya Austin. I go to Josiah Quincy Upper School, and I'll be attending Tufts University.
My name is Danelia Gossip. I attend New Mission High, and in the fall, I'll be attending Dartmouth College.
My name is Kaden Tomlinson. I attend Community Academy of Science and Health, and I will be attending Farmington State University. I will be studying biology or psychology.
My name is Damilola Editola. I attend Jeremiah E. Burke High School. I plan to attend 4 years college after high school. I'm currently enrolled to Northeastern University.
If I was to describe my high school experience in 3 words, I would say exciting, rewarding, and eventful.
Fun, wonderful, and life-changing.
Exciting, life-changing, and supportive.
I would say complete, interesting, and unique.
My high school experience is challenging. It's fun, and there's a lot of opportunities.
If I could describe my high school experience in 3 words, I would use challenging, informative, but fun.
I would consider my favorite club to be debate, and I say this because it helped me with my confidence, something that I never saw myself doing, but growing to love the more I did it. And I've also built a lot of connections that I could carry on in the future.
My favorite sport is soccer, and I support Barcelona.
My favorite club would be tutoring because it confirmed my passion for working with children, and it showed me that I want to do child development and human study when I go to Tufts.
My favorite sports is volleyball. I have participated in volleyball for 2 years. Enjoyed it so much.
My favorite club, debate team, specifically through Boston Debate League, because I've wanted to do debate since I entered the school, but unfortunately we didn't have a debate team. And in junior year, they introduced a debate team, so I joined right away. Talking with my teammates and my coach about how to strategize, how to refute different arguments was very intriguing to me. So that's why it's my favorite.
One piece of advice I give to younger students is to take risks and don't be afraid to try something new, even if it seems like you won't be able to do it. Still try it, because you never know, and you never know what the future has in store.
Be consistent, and despite feelings that may arise of feeling like giving up, you should continue to persevere, because it all pays off in the end.
One piece of advice I would give younger students is listen, stay motivated, and do hard work.
When you get into high school, just take it slow. So just make sure you put your best foot forward first, and just start your high school strong.
My piece of advice would be to never procrastinate. If you do, it's really exhausting, so never do it.
A piece of advice I would want to tell younger students is to never give up, because There's going to be days where you want to give up, but you just have to persevere.
So the person I'd like to thank has to be my aunt and my family. They've been so good to me. She provided all the support I needed. She created a woman also for me to strive and survive in.
I would like to especially thank my mom because she's been there for me since day one, and she's helped me academically, emotionally, any way possible.
I'd like to thank my mom and my family because without them I wouldn't be where I am today. Their support is everything to me. And I'd also like to thank my counselors and my teachers for always giving me new opportunities and offering my name for things that I probably wouldn't have found on my own.
I would like to thank my counselors, Miss O'Hara, Miss Petty Simpkins, Jennifer Barefoot Smith. They helped me get into summer programs, many programs like MGH, Youth Scholar Program, MS Squared. I'm incredibly thankful for my parents because they came into this country to give my siblings and I a better life, to prosper, to have a better education. I want to thank my girlfriend too because she's been there, 11th grade, 12th grade, supporting me through the tough times in my life.
I would like to thank my dad because he played both roles as a parent, and he has been steady in my life, which I'm very happy for. And I would also like to thank my guidance counselor, Mr. G, because he has pushed me to do so much that I never even would have thought of doing.
I would really like to thank my mom because she have been there since day one. She's always motivating me, and she have given me everything I ever wanted to complete high school.
And a big thank you to Mark P. Janowski of the Boston Public Schools for producing that video. All right. Today we celebrate an elite group of young people who have worked incredibly hard to reach the top of their class. It's an amazing accomplishment. We all salute you. But I'm sure the students would agree that they did not achieve their success alone. Along the way, they've been supported by caring adults, many of whom were mentioned there in that video, and many of whom are here with us today. So first, I'd like to ask all the parents and family members of the valedictorians, please stand. Yes. Excellent. We're also joined today by many headmasters, teachers, and guidance counselors. Will you stand and be recognized? Thank you for all the hard work on behalf of these students and all the young people in the Boston Public Schools. Now, at this time, I'd like to invite to the podium a man who has made public education a top priority in the city of Boston. He is devoted to building better lives for the young people of this city. Please welcome Mayor Marty Walsh.
Thank you very much, Callie, and thank you for always doing this lunch. It's a great lunch, and it's one of my favorite lunches that we have in the city of Boston because we get to highlight the great, young, smart people in our district. So first of all, thank you to Michael Loconto, he'll introduce all the board members here, but thank you to Michael and the school committee for the great work you do. To Jessica Tang is here and all the teachers, the Boston Teachers Union, all the teachers are here. Thank you, Jessica, for your members and the great work they do in this room. To all the administrators, the headmasters, all the colleges that are represented here today, a lot of colleges. Let's clap for the colleges. To the family and friends, thank you as well for everyone that's here today. And I want to just give a couple special shout outs here. The first one is last year we found ourselves in the district as a place that was in transition, looking for a new leader. And I had a chance to go out and reach out to Laura Perille, and Laura was running Ed Vesters. And I asked Laura if she'd consider coming into the district for up to a year, maybe longer, maybe shorter. I'm not quite sure how long. We didn't know, but Laura said absolutely. And she has, in the last year, and I was talking to her the other day on the phone over the weekend, in the last year laid down such a strong, solid foundation, made tough, difficult decisions that aren't always easy to make, has put this district on a pathway to success. And I want to thank Laura, the superintendent of the Boston Public Schools, for her great work. That doesn't mean you can stop. You're on the payroll till the 1st of July, so you're stuck. And then we did a search, and we did literally a nationwide search, and the school committee and the search committee, some of them were here, thank you very much, and we found a new superintendent who's going to start this July, Brenda Casilius, who's here from Minnesota. Well, not Minnesota originally, she came from Minnesota. The exciting thing about the new superintendent, she's a hockey fan. She plays ice hockey, and she came to Boston at the right time during the Stanley Cup final. So you're welcome to Boston. And just this is honestly one of my favorite lunches. City Council's here too. I know Laura has you, but let me quickly run around the room. Thank you, City Councilor Nisa Rasabi George, for your advocacy for the kids and for the schools. Thank you, City Councilor Kim Janey, for your advocacy for the kids and the schools. Thank you, Eddie Flynn, who's over here. Thank you, Eddie, for your advocacy. City Councilor Matt O'Malley, who's always here. Thank you, Matt O'Malley, for being here. I think Representative Adrian Mataro is supposed to be here. I don't know if he's here yet, but I know he'll be coming in. They might be in, I'm not sure, session today. And any other elected officials, if I miss you, we'll get you in a little while. Thank you for what you do as well, your advocacy. This group of Bostonians that you saw on the screen, they're some of the bios, but afterwards, if you looked at the names, all the graduates and all the valedictorians, an exceptional group of Bostonians. You young people in this room possess amazing talents. You've all worked extremely hard, something you should be proud of. And certainly I am proud of you, and we're proud of you as a city. And 35 young people in this room represent our cities in some very important ways. Many of you were born right here in the city of Boston. Some of you have been Boston Public School students since kindergarten. So your story is Boston Public Schools. 9 of you, to be exact, others, those are 9, others enrolled a little later on. You and your families moved to Boston in search of new opportunities, the way my immigrant parents did. 40% of you were born outside the United States of America, representing some of Boston's most prominent immigrant communities. And you always get in trouble when you stop mentioning countries, but I have to, because if I don't, it's in my remarks here, so I'll get in trouble. Cape Verdean, Chinese, Dominican, Haitian, Jamaican, Kenyan, Nigerian, Vietnamese, Central American. Unbelievable. That's powerful. It shows you that we are a city of immigrants, a city that should be proud of, and we are proud of our immigrants, our immigrant current and past. The most powerful numbers, 43% of you will be the first in your family to attend college. And that is an amazing stat. You represent when you're in school, when you're in grammar school and you're in high school, you don't always think that you're a person that represents somebody. But right now, when you graduate in the next coming weeks, you're going to be representing the promise of what a strong public education system can do for young people in this country. It's at the heart of everything that we're doing in Boston. We're investing in our young people to lift up entire communities. All of you in this room, all 35 of you valedictorians, have walked a different path to get to this point. And from this point on, you're going to go in many different directions. Some of you are going to go to college right away. Some of you might start working for a little while. And some of you haven't quite decided what to do next, which is okay, just as long as you do something next. But all of you right now are at one of the most significant turning points in your lives. There's a reason why graduation ceremonies are called commencements. It's not the end, it's the beginning. So here's a little advice that I have, and I think as you talk to different people at the table, they'll probably give you some of the same advice. Take some time to think about what you really want to contribute to the world. What ideas do you have to make that a reality? What talents do you want to share with the world? What kind of future do you want to help build? What kind of city do you want Boston to be? What kind of country do you want America to be? Because all of you young people have the opportunity to actually shape that. Other people can't answer the question for you. It's going to be by you learning and going through those experiences yourself. The answer can only be found within yourself. And the answer is within yourself. You might not know today, and you don't have to know today because there's no reason why you should know today. And you might have an idea what you want to do, and in the next 3 or 4 years, that idea is going to change, and that's okay as well. But it's important for you to continue to move forward. My second piece of advice is to expect the unexpected. Life is full of surprises and challenges. It's about how you approach them. My path certainly wasn't a straight path. Many of our paths in this room weren't straight paths. Some of you know my story, some of you don't know my story. But like many of you, I was the first in my family to go to college. It took me a while to finish because I decided after my second year in college, my first semester at Suffolk University, that I had enough, and I quit school because I thought I wanted to go make money, and eventually I'd come back to college. And everybody told me when I did that, you're not going to go back to college. And one of the reasons why I went back to college is because I wanted to fulfill my dream. I went back to college later in life, and I graduated college, I was 40 years old. It's important for you when you think about that, those options, those decisions you make, think about what people have done before you. I had a hard time focusing in school. I was not the valedictorian in my class. If you could flip the class upside down, I might have been the valedictorian in my class. But I also decided that I wanted to have fun in my life, and I went out and had a lot of fun with drinking. And that turned into alcoholism. And I found myself, when I was in my 20s, in a detox. And I was sitting there in a detox the first night I was there, and I realized, how in the heck did I get here? Because that was not my plan in life. My plan in life, graduating high school, was going to be go to college to get a degree, maybe run for public office someday and become mayor of the city of Boston. And that was not where my life was heading when I was in detox. And I realized when I was in there, I thought was the worst day of my life. I realized was the best day of my life. Because I started to understand and work on myself and who I am. And I let that dream that I had inside of me start to come up a little bit. And I was able to do that. I was able to work with people. Through my experiences and what I learned, I was able to, a year and a half later, run for state representative in Dorchester, because that was one of my dreams. And I got elected. And after being in the House of Representatives, I reached out to Boston College. I went to evening school at Boston College with Father Woods. Father Woods ran the evening school at the time. And I went to school there for a long time, and I got my degree from Boston College. When I became mayor of the city of Boston, I decided to have my inauguration at Conti Forum at Boston College. I was on the stage. It was 2014. My friend Tom Keaty in the front row was a big part of my campaign. And he was setting up the hall, and I was sitting on the stage that day, and I was looking out in the crowd, and I realized my path to this seat right here was not an easy path. It was a crooked line. But if you work hard, you stay determined, you're going to have obstacles, you're going to have challenges in your life. That's life. It's how do you deal with that? So you have an opportunity to make sure that your teachers that you're connected to now, stay connected to them. The leaders of the schools that you're connected to now, stay connected to them. The friends that you have now, stay connected to them, because it's so important. As mayor of Boston and as living in their city, I get to do what I love every day, fighting for immigrants, helping homeless people, helping addicts, helping the sick, fighting for the American dream for the families that are here that are undocumented, making sure they have opportunities to be able to live and enjoy this city just like I did, my parents did. Make sure that every single young person in our city, we work together to make sure they get a good, strong path moving forward. It's your turn in this room, valedictorians, to follow your dream. I have no doubt that there are some incredible leaders in our city in this room right now, and in our country, sitting in front of us right now, sitting at tables with elected officials, sitting at tables with college people, sitting at tables with the school department folks, with leaders, with teachers, You're sitting here now. Many of you in this room will break new grounds. Some of you in this room will shatter the glass ceiling. Some of you will find better ways of doing things. Many of you will fight for social justice. Some of you will fight to help us in climate resiliency. Some of you will write poetry or compose music. You're going to make a difference at home, and you're going to make a difference in your communities. I want to just say, wherever you go, show the world what a strong public education can do. Show them what a proud city of immigrants looks like. Be proud of that when you go to college. Show them what it means to be from Boston. Once again, class of 2019, I want to say congratulations. I am proud of you, your city's proud of you, and we will always have your back.
Thank you, Mayor Walsh. It's my pleasure to introduce the chairperson of the Boston School Committee, Michael Loconto.
Good afternoon. How are you? You know, I looked outside this morning and I was a little worried because I think this is the 6th luncheon that I've been to for the valedictorians. It's the first time I've ever seen a cloud in the sky, but as Ms. Sullivan reminded me, we brought the sunshine inside today, so we can all thank each one of you here today for that. I do want to take a moment. I don't know where she is. She's probably hiding, but I've been living with this for a year. I forgot to say thank you to Liz Sullivan last year. So let's start with that. There she is. This is Liz's labor of love putting this together every year, and this is really the greatest day that we have, one of the greatest days that we have in the Boston Public Schools each year, just celebrating, you know, the hope that's represented by all the people in this room. And so I love coming here, I love having all of you here, and I love hearing all of your stories. And, you know, thank you to Mark once again as well, Mark Pianjowski. I know Callie thanked him a little bit earlier. He's the gentleman with the district that does so much of our video work, but certainly put in a lot of time on the video here today as well, and we're really indebted to him for his work. So thank you to the mayor, Mayor Walsh. Always appreciate hearing your words and your sound advice and your well wishes for all of our students. Your story is inspiring. It's inspired me. I know it's inspired many people in this room, and we thank you for that. The teachers and the school leaders in this room as well, you know, I think we've heard it a few times. We've had a long year this year. We've been in a year of transition, but, you know, it's through all of your work that we've gotten to where we are today. There's a number of central office leaders here as well. I've just been in constant awe of the work that each of you have done. You've put the work in front of you. You put your heads down. You've done what's best for our kids, and so we can't thank you enough for all the work that you've done every day. And I think that's embodied by, you know, the students that we have in front of us. They learn from those examples, right? I know I do, and I know my colleagues do, and I see our vice chair here, Alex Oliver Davila. I do want to say thank you to each one of the members that joined us as well. I think we have almost everyone. We certainly have a quorum. Mr. O'Neill, Ms. Robinson, Dr. Rivera is here somewhere. I believe she might be in the back. And Kwok Tran's here as well. Dr. Coleman is traveling. He's in China. He couldn't join us here today, but he sends his best wishes. So, you know, I want to echo the words of our mayor as well with respect to Ms. Perille. We talked a little bit about the fact that it's been quite a year in transition, but the steadying force at the helm has been Interim Superintendent Perille, and we're certainly indebted to her for her steadfast leadership, her ability to walk into the breach, to guide us very gently through a number of hard decisions that we've had to make this year. But this district has emerged much better because of it, because of your steady leadership and your sound thoughts and decisions. So thank you so much, Laura, and we'll miss you. And of course, we have Dr. Casellius here as well, who's been crisscrossing the city at a feverish pace these last few weeks. She'll continue to do that over the next month or so before she formally takes the helm in July. But if any of you haven't had a chance to meet Dr. Caselli is here, she's quite an amazing woman, and we're very fortunate to have her leading us into the next chapter of BPS, and so we're very fortunate to have you here as well. Thank you. I can't think of any better event, by the way, to introduce you to BPS than just to see and hear the stories of all of our students. And thank you as well to the generous sponsors, many of whom are here today. I saw some reps from Eastern Bank here earlier, as well as the Shaw Foundation, who had to cut out early. They've got a very busy week with a movie premiere later this week, talking about some of their great work in the My Way Cafe, expanding access to fresh food for our students across the city. The Boston Foundation, as well as Steward Healthcare. Quite simply, we couldn't do this work without you. This is a big event, a costly event to put on every year, and so our sponsors are there for us every year in making sure this happens. And it's great to have so many of the supportive adults here as well. And today is all about the students, but those are the adults are the ones that got these students here. Not only the teachers, school leaders that we heard from earlier, but the parents who we recognized earlier, the family members, the people in the community that lift up our students and allow them to have the foundation that they need to succeed. And so, the young people that are before us, they've studied, they sacrificed, and today's the evidence that they have succeeded, and you impress us all. And I think it's important for us this year to recognize, in particular, the role that student voice has played in this district and in this city. And with Mayor Walsh's help, we secured for the first time ever M7 passes. Those are the bus subway passes for every student grades 7 to 12 across the city. That's an awesome achievement. And we couldn't have done that without the hard work and advocacy of the Boston Student Advisory Council, BSAC. BSAC's there with us every step of the way, unlocking opportunity for students across this city and urging us on to do better by our students. And nowhere is that embodied better by two students I've come to know very well this year. One is Evelyn Reyes, a junior at the O'Brien School, who's also the student representative on the school committee, who pushes us every day on a number of these issues, as well as Elvis Rodriguez, a junior at the Stoughton School, Gene Roundtree, our headmaster here today, who served on the superintendent search committee. And thanks to my colleagues, thanks to Mayor Walsh, we were able to, for the first time, put a fully voting and participating student on the search committee. And boy, Elvis led by example. He was the one that really brought that group home, and we were so appreciative of his work. And in both those individuals, we see bright futures. But today I want to talk about just one more student, and you'll hear from a number of other students today, including Ms. Carvalho, our valedictorian from the Henderson School. I want to talk about Carolyn De Jesus Martinez. I didn't get a chance to meet you earlier, so I'm not sure where you're sitting. She's from Binka. I saw Tony over here. There we go. I'm gonna embarrass you for a minute. Is that okay? All right. Carolyn's really, really impressive here. She's passionate about computer science. And what I found particularly impressive about her is that she participated in a summer group called Girls Who Code. Some of you may be familiar with it that work in the STEM field in education. And she became keenly aware of the gender and economic and racial disparities that are far too prevalent in our community, and particularly in communities that work within the STEM fields. And so she founded a group in her school for Girls Who Code, at Binka, and it's now in its second year, and it's got 40 students as members there. So that's impressive, and that's awesome. So like Evelyn, like Elvis, like Carolyn, our valedictorians are not just leaders of tomorrow, but they're the leaders of today. We're so proud of you. Our mayor, our school committee, our superintendent, all of us are committed to providing you the best public education in the country. And that's what we work towards every day, raising quality while expanding equity and access. It's up to the students to take advantage of these opportunities, but it's a challenge to us, the adults as well, to do better. And you've all done that. We've all done that. So I know that you're on the move to college and successful careers, and you'll continue to make us proud. Congratulations once again to the valedictorians of the class of 2019, and thanks so much.
Thank you, Mr. Loconto. Our next speaker has made equity, glasses would be helpful, coherence and innovation the guiding values of her work. Please welcome Boston Public Schools Interim Superintendent Laura Perille.
Thank you, Callie. It is a delight to be back at this event. This event has been one of my favorites over my many years of being a fan and an advocate for the work that the Boston Public Schools does. And so I've always enjoyed being here, but never more than this year, following the work of these past 12 months and the opportunity to see even more closely and personally the drive of our students, the diligence, support, commitment, and flat-out love that our educators, our teachers, our counselors, our school leaders, and every caring adult that you can find inside a building surround our students with to help them on their journey, and they are considerable journeys. So thank you all for being with us today. I also want to thank Mayor Walsh for being here today and for his words, but most of all for his unwavering support for the Boston Public Schools and for all of our students. I've had the opportunity this year to see up close and personal the mayor's personal commitment and dedication, concrete and genuine, to young people in this city. You heard it in his remarks. You can see it in his actions. It fuels his commitment to investing his energy and leadership, as well as this city's resources, in supporting and strengthening the educational experience for all of our students, including our valedictorians today. I also want to thank Chair Loconto and the members of the Boston School Committee, so many of whom are here today, both new and long-standing members. They dedicate countless hours, attention, and expertise to their work on behalf of the Boston Public Schools and the 55,000 students and families we serve. So I want to thank them also for hosting today's remarkable event. I think the mayor covered many of our elected representatives. I want to thank our city councilors for being here today, as well as Jessica Tang, the president of the Boston Teachers Union, but also many of our higher education partners here today, and leaders from across our business and community partners who I can see sprinkled at tables with our students, which is exactly where we want to see all of you together on behalf of and in support of our students. And most of all, an especially warm welcome to Dr. Brenda Caselius. This is one of the best opportunities to get to know part of the story of the Boston Public Schools, but what an amazing story it is. But most importantly, I want to thank, acknowledge, and celebrate the 35 amazing valedictorians who are here with us today. Today's event is about celebrating your hard work, your commitment, accomplishments, and perseverance as students in the Boston Public Schools. Today's event also highlights the broader goals and aspirations for all of our high school students, and indeed all of the students in the Boston Public Schools. Each of our valedictorians offer a unique story, and they have walked and will walk unique pathways. Your personal, academic, and professional journeys are your own to define. Earlier this year, the Boston Globe ran a profile on several BPS valedictorians from the class of 2007 and how their post-secondary lives had played out over a decade later. Not unlike the story that the mayor shared today, not all of it was positive. Some faced challenges across a range of dimensions: education, housing, employment, family. Some adapted and changed course, and some found new ways to overcome these challenges. One theme of the series is that being a BPS valedictorian does not necessarily mean everything you intend to happen at age 18 will in fact happen, but that, as the mayor shared with us, is part of the story of life. A second theme of the series, and one we take very seriously, along with other reports that have looked at our high schools, is that the Boston Public Schools, even as much as we celebrate and acknowledge today, has important and urgent work ahead to strengthen all of our high schools and to strengthen the high school experience for each and every one of our students. Over the course of the last year, BPS has begun to earnestly reflect, synthesize what we as a district can do to better serve all of our students, from the valedictorians to those struggling just to graduate. This is why we convened a series of high school work groups earlier this spring to draw expertise from across the district to tackle clearly identified challenges and outline implementation strategies to strengthen our high schools. These work groups are examining key issues that affect all BPS students as they reach the upper grades of our system, ranging from what requirements should be fulfilled to earn a BPS diploma, to what support systems students need during these critical developmental years, to how career education can be interwoven with academics to ensure all of our students are on a path to their college and career-ready futures. These work groups, in turn, are consulting with their educator peers and students and working collaboratively with each other to produce a series of recommended action steps. These work group recommendation memos will be available to Dr. Caselius for her and her team to review, consider, and amplify as she sees fit, as she assumes leadership of the school system as of July 1. Accelerating high school improvement is a clear priority for the Boston Public Schools, and Dr. Caselius brings much energy and expertise to this work. For the valedictorians today, graduating in 2019, you also should understand those stories demonstrate that there is not one definition of success. You have earned the honors and opportunities that are being bestowed upon you during this graduation season, but know that your future will again be defined by the choices you make going forward as you determine how best to invest your time and your talent in your future. Today's event also recognizes the people who have helped support you along the way: your parents and guardians, your aunts and uncles, your grandparents, brothers, sisters, teachers, headmasters, pastors, mentors, counselors, coaches, literally everyone in our collective village who came together to help all of you reach this tremendous milestone. And while there are so many that have touched each of your lives, I want to take this opportunity to recognize the many education professionals, from our school leaders, our teachers, our counselors, our coaches, and also the people in central office who don't get to see you every day but are nonetheless working hard to support and empower your success. They are an impressive group of role models themselves, and so I'd like to ask all of the employees of the Boston Public Schools in our schools and in central office to stand briefly. For the students, what really distinguishes valedictorians from the Boston Public Schools is that in many cases, you are overcoming odds that many of your peers in other districts do not have to face. In a big city like Boston, we're proud to serve students from diverse backgrounds and families who might have to struggle to make ends meet. It sometimes takes more effort and determination to reach the pinnacles of success you hope to achieve. Many of you arrived to BPS not speaking any English, and some of you have experienced homelessness in the past. This year, as the mayor said, more than 40% of our valedictorians were born outside the United States. One of those students is Thanvi Dak, this year's valedictorian from Brighton High School. She arrived in the United States from Vietnam just 2 years ago, enrolling immediately at the ESL Summer Academy in the Boston Public Schools, hosted at Boston International High School and Newcomers Academy, or BINCA, to get ready for school, and then transferred to Brighton to complete her high school degree. after somehow making time to volunteer with the American Red Cross and intern at Mass General Hospital, she's graduating with an astounding 4.73 GPA. Another student is Gamael Chelvillet of Excel High School, who's a native of Haiti. Graduating with a 4.8 GPA and active in JROTC in the National Honor Society, Gamael plans to study immigration law and take on a career in social justice, carrying out her father's legacy. Kamaya Austin of the Josiah Quincy Upper School, hiding here behind the pillar, was born here in the U.S., but like 43% of our valedictorians, she'll be the first of her family to enter college. She's here today with her grandmother and her mother. Kamaya is also the first in her family to receive a high school diploma, and historically, she is the first African-American female valedictorian from the Josiah Quincy Upper School. Kamaya graduated with a 4.4 GPA. She's been accepted to 11 colleges or universities and has been offered a whopping $700,000 in scholarships. Unfortunately, you can't use that all in the same place. It's just that little thing they don't tell you. Kamaya has developed a passion for teaching through her time at the Josiah Quincy's after-school support program, where she's volunteered as a tutor for students in the 5th, 6th, and 7th grades. She's attending Tufts University in the fall on a scholarship and hopes to return to the Quincy to become a teacher one day. And boy, do we have a job for you in the Boston Public Schools. These students are just 3 examples of not only the 35 valedictorians before you today, but of countless students in the Boston Public Schools who have the drive to be successful and be a role model for others. And we know each of them have benefited from the role models around them as well. One of these young student role models is Jocelyn Carvalho, the valedictorian of the Henderson Inclusion School. Like the other valedictorians here, Jocelyn is described as a natural leader who's taken an interest in volunteering with younger students through teen empowerment programs like the Grub Street Writing Program. You'll hear from her in just a moment. Everyone here today, all of you valedictorians, deserve to be honored for your work, which inspires all of us in this room. You are showing people, young and old, what is possible. It won't necessarily be an easy road ahead. Life is full of challenges. It's important that you ask questions and gather help along the way. This is why BPS's vision for a successful graduate includes the ability to set a vision, choose a course, change a course when necessary, build competence, and work effectively and collaboratively with others. These skills will take you far and support you on your way. But as important as these goals are, it's important to recognize where you are right now and what you have already accomplished. It's a clear indication of what more you will be able to accomplish in the future. You worked hard, you were engaged, you were curious, you persevered. Keep this up as you move forward through the many exciting aspects of your life to come, and you will navigate any waters, however choppy and rough. So congratulations once again to all of our valedictorians, to all who supported them, and now let's hear from one of our valedictorians, Jocelyn Carvalho.
Good evening. To all the parents, friends, teachers, mentors, administrators, and of course, the graduating classes of 2019. We've come a long way since freshman year to today. From taking exams such as MCAS and SATs, to the weird lunch food in the cafeteria, yelling in the hallways, let's just say, High school has prepared us for the unexpected. But before I get in details of how amazing our class is, I'd like to formally introduce myself. So, hi. My name is Jocelyn Carvalho. I'm proud to say I'm captain of the debate team, president of our women's empowerment group Vanguards, a violinist, poet, dancer, a youth activist here in the city of Boston, a recently prom queen, and one of this year's valedictorians. This all may sound pretty good, looking at my track record, straight A's, extracurricular activities, the quote-unquote perfect student, a role model. Everyone says it comes naturally to me. Nothing can possibly be wrong, right? So I'm going to open up and share a piece of my story. I started the Henderson in 4th grade. I switched from a private school, and let's just say it was one of the hardest transitions in my younger years. The private school didn't exactly help with my education. In fact, my last year there, I was treated as if I didn't belong. The teacher acted as if my education didn't matter and made me feel like an animal in a cage. I felt stuck. I was not able to read or write at grade level, and the teachers promoted me knowing I couldn't handle or even read a simple word like the, who, or what. My family tried everything. I made flashcards at home. I tried to count to 30, but couldn't get past 20, and I couldn't stop crying. I was so young. I was giving up on myself. I didn't know what to do, and what was I supposed to do, really? My family was confused on how to help and wanting to so badly, and a bunch of teachers from a school that treated me as a lost cause, and a disconnect with classmates whom didn't know me, which resulted in being bullied and me feeling lost on who I was. But it all comes naturally to me, right? Now, I don't want this to sound as if I'm angry or sad. In fact, I'm proud. Even writing this speech, it took me so long to say that. I'm proud. I'm proud because the day I switched to the Henderson was the day I felt welcomed for once. It wasn't about the color of my skin, my nationalities, or ability in learning. I was me. I was Jocelyn. That transition was not easy, though. I would like to thank my parents for their continued support and motivation in helping me become who I am today, and for that, I continue to stay true to myself in whatever challenges I face. And one in particular, I want to thank my 4th grade teacher, Miss J. Brown, the one teacher who took me in as one of her own. I'm so grateful for her. She taught me how to, from scratch, the alphabet, comprehension in reading, and math. And again, it wasn't easy. I missed recess, along with some after-school activities, but that dedication continued into my summer break to ensure I didn't fall behind compared to my peers. I excluded myself from others and was probably the most introverted child during that time. But over time, the Henderson provided me a family at a school which is something I'd never had before. And Miss J. Brown, you truly are a great example of what a teacher who loves their job and their students just as much looks like. So for that, I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And now, getting emotional up here. Now, this isn't a chapter in my life I'm most excited to talk about, but it's one that helps remind me why I'm so proud to stand here today. And there are a lot of chapters in my life I wish I didn't have to experience, and there's some I thought I'd never go through. But I realized you can't skip these chapters. That's not really how life works. You must read every line, meet every character, and even though you won't enjoy all of them, some chapters will make you struggle and cry. While on the other hand, you'll have moments when you don't want pages to end, filled with endless laughter and cheer, but overall, we will have to continue to move forward. Continue to flip through all those pages to the next chapter because our stories keep the world revolving. And I know it sounds cliche, but we're the next generation of leaders, fashion designers, business owners, psychologists, and doctors. And maybe I'll see some of you on the big screen, and I might just be there with you. And all of our thoughts and overthinking about our future are just a reminder of us growing up. But there's one thing I'd like to say before I sit back down, and it's how life is so beautiful, and sometimes we overthink it. And as we enter the next chapter of our lives, I'd like everyone here to get out of your heads and into your hearts. Never let anyone tell you you can't. Never let anyone to make you feel less than, because everyone here is destined for greatness. I didn't see it in myself at first, but after hearing those words, I knew I was going to be someone to spark a change. Now, many of you may wonder what my next chapter is. I start my new chapter this fall at Lesley University with just about a full scholarship majoring in expressive arts therapy with a minor in cognitive neurosciences, where my focus will be on helping children get over their struggles through the performing arts. Now, I'd just like to say thank you for listening to a piece of my story.
Thank you, Jocelyn, for that inspiring speech. Well, now it's time to get down to business. So students, here's how this is going to work. You want to listen closely. In a moment, I'll begin calling up the students. Your schools will be called in alphabetical order. When I read your name, please step forward to collect your gift and have your picture taken with the mayor, chairperson Loconto, and the superintendent. And each student will receive a citation and an Amazon gift card. After your photo is taken, please return to your table. And at the end of the program, don't get excited and happy. Everybody has to go outside for a group photo, so don't forget. But right now, we're going to get started. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the valedictorians of the class of 2019. And we're starting from another course to college, Jessica Perille. Jessica is a true leader at another course to college. She is the president of the National Honor Society, Student Council senior class representative, member of the Mayor's Youth Council. She plays soccer and runs track in addition to holding a part-time job outside of school. Jessica and her twin sister, Jennifer, are the youngest of 8 children in their family, raised by their mother, who immigrated to Boston from Guatemala. Jessica will attend Boston College this fall as an environmental science major. From Boston Adult Technical Academy, Sunny Lisa Texera Cardoso. Sunny Lisa, affectionately called Sunny by her peers, is originally from the vibrant and colorful island of Fogo, Cape Verde. Sunny has a remarkable high school career while at Bata these past 2 years. She has not only worked hard to make great progress in her English language skills, she dazzled the school community in her theater performances. Her ability to remain motivated and persevere in the face of challenges will no doubt enable her to make her goals a reality as she seeks to go on to make her mark in her post-secondary career. From Boston Arts Academy, Jonah Barriclo. Jonah is a theater major at Boston Arts Academy who moved to Boston from the Bronx in the summer of 2017. He quickly found a new home at Boston Arts Academy, where he has grown as a student and as an artist. He loves to sing, dance, and act, and has been in musicals such as Memphis, How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, and Godspell. Jonah has earned a full academic scholarship to Emerson College, where he will major in musical theater. Bravo. From Boston Community Leadership Academy, Angie Mahi Ogeen. Okay, let's do it again. Angie Mahi Ogeen. The headmaster from her school, she's not able to be here with us, will accept. That's Francine Locker. So Headmaster Francine Locker, come this way while I read about Angie. Angie is a shining star who prefers to lead by example rather than words. She's originally from the Dominican Republic. She is mindful of the challenges facing people with a similar background. Determined to give back to her community, Angie volunteers as a local food pantry, plays for the girls' volleyball team, and holds a part-time job, all while maintaining a GPA of, wait for it, 4.89. Angie will attend Northeastern University on a full scholarship. From Boston Day and Evening Academy, Stephanie Pimentel Cannon. Stephanie grew up surrounded by family members who work in the medical profession, and she is determined to carry on that legacy. Stephanie earned a perfect 4.0 at Boston Day and Evening Academy. Her goal is to become a nurse practitioner at Children's Hospital or at Brigham and Women's. Let's hear it for Stephanie. From Boston Green Academy, Ronilson da Silva Barbosa. Originally from Cape Verde, Ronilson will attend UMass Lowell. Come on up. From Boston International High School, Carolyn De Jesus Martinez. Carolyn moved to Boston from the Dominican Republic 3.5 years ago and has truly distinguished herself as a student at BINCA. She's an active member of her school site council and has won several awards as a member of the debate team. She's also a member of the Mayor's Youth Council. Carolyn has a passion for computer science and introduced the Girls Who Code program to BINCA. It's no surprise that she has earned a full scholarship to Wesleyan University. Congratulations. From Boston Latin Academy, Alex Tran. Alex excelled academically in the most demanding curriculum available at Latin Academy, taking 6 AP courses and 5 honor courses. He attributes his drive in school to the influence of his older brother, who has encouraged him along the way. In his free time, who has free time like this? Alex enjoys playing the flute and being active in his community at St. Mark's Church. Alex has earned a full scholarship to Northeastern University. From Boston Latin School, Joanna Arami. Joanna Arami. Joanna is a lifelong resident of South Boston who has attended Boston Latin School since the 7th grade. A true scholar and budding leader, Joanna is a devoted member of the BLS Symphonic Band and after-school tutoring program. She also served as co-president of BLS Youth Can, an organization that educates students about sustainability and climate change. Next year, she will attend Harvard University, where she hopes to explore her passions for the classics and environmental science. From Brighton High School, Than V. Doc. Than V immigrated to the U.S. from Vietnam just 2 years ago. She immediately enrolled in the ESL Summer Academy at BINCA to prepare for school. With a weighted GPA of 4.73, Than V still finds time for extracurricular activities. She is a member of the YMCA Achievers Program, interns at Massachusetts General Hospital, and volunteers at the American Red Cross Pantry. Than V plans to study biology at UMass Boston. She is the first person in her family to attend college. From the Jeremiah E. Burke High School, Damilola Aditunya. Dami's dream of becoming a doctor began in his native Nigeria, where his family experienced healthcare inequality. Here in the U.S., Dami was surprised to learn that many Black and Latino people also have limited access to good medical care. Determined to close those equity gaps, Dami plans to pursue a medical career. First, he's headed to Northeastern University, where he has earned a full scholarship. Way to go, Dami. From Charlestown High School, Nguyen Nguyen Du, originally from China, Nguyen Nguyen first struggled when she entered Charlestown High School as a sophomore because of her limited English skills. But her hard work and perseverance paid off. She has consistently earned high honors, is a member of the National Honor Society, and even competes with Charlestown High School Debate League. She also volunteers in her neighborhood of Chinatown, teaching women computer skills. Nguyen Nguyen will be the first in her family to attend college when she enters Tufts University this fall. From Community Academy, Hudiline Dulce. Hudiline is a strong, independent, and resilient young woman. Despite many challenges and working full-time, she has persevered and pushed herself very hard to succeed and graduate from Community Academy. Although she is undecided in her future plans, we know she will do great things. We are very proud of Hudiline and wish her the best of luck. From Community Academy of Science and Health, Kadeen Tomlinson. Raised in Jamaica, Kadeen and her two siblings joined their mother in America after 5 years of separation. She has made a big impact at Cash, serving as co-captain of the varsity volleyball team and piloting a new student leadership initiative program where students are paired with a teacher in order to provide support similar to that of a teaching assistant. Kadeen will attend Framingham State University, where she plans to major in biology and pursue a career in the medical field. Let's hear it for Kadeen. From Dearborn STEM Academy, Lenise Ferreira. Originally from Cape Verde, Lenise is extremely motivated and passionate about her education. Over the past 4 years, she has completed 2 summer search trips, completed college courses at Duke, UMichigan, and Wentworth, participated in MIT's Minds Matter, and has participated in the BUILD program. Lenise is headed to Boston College, where she plans to study biology in hopes of becoming a medical researcher. From East Boston High School, Sabrina Ruiz. Sabrina Ruiz grew up in East Boston and has taken advantage of the many opportunities available at East Boston High School. She's participated in both indoor and outdoor track as a freestyle swimmer for the swim team and as a member of the debate club. Outside of school, she fulfills her passion for the arts through the nonprofit organization Zoomix. As a first-generation college student, she is ecstatic to receive the Valedictorian Scholarship from Northeastern University. Let's hear it for Sabrina. From English High School, Jing-Si Lee. Jing-Si Lee was born in China and immigrated to the U.S. at the age of 7. She has been an active participant in the Visual Design and Communications Pathway program, which has allowed her to hone her talents in the fields of graphic design and photography. She is one of the school's leading event photographers, taking extra time out of her already busy schedule to document extracurricular activities and special events. Jing-Si Lee will attend UMass Boston this fall as a first-generation student with a Beacon Merit Scholarship. From Excel High School, Gamael Shelvier. Gamael is a passionate, dedicated, and motivated individual who deeply values education and her native Haitian culture. She has immersed herself in the Excel High School community, participating in a number of clubs and activities such as JROTC, National Honor Society, and as a tutor and mentor. Gamiel will attend Salem State University, where she plans to study immigration law and become a social justice activist. From Fenway High School, Alexa Lopez Ledesma. Alexa was born and raised in Boston in what she describes as a large and loud Latino family, a family that always has her back. When she's not hitting the books, Alexa enjoys traveling and binge watching her favorite Netflix series. Fortunately for Alexa's family, she's not going too far. Alexa has earned a full scholarship to Northeastern University. Our next valedictorian is unable to attend, and so the Assistant Superintendent, Tommy Welch, will accept on his behalf. The person is from Greater Eggleston Community High School, B. Alexis Pina. In addition to being a dedicated student, B. Alexis is an avid swimmer who serves as a lifeguard and a swimming instructor at the YMCA. He's still weighing his options for after graduation, but we know that B. Alexis is prepared for a bright future. Thank you, Assistant Superintendent Tommy Welch. And from the Henderson K through 12 Inclusion School, please welcome back our keynote speaker, Jocelyn Carvalho. Jocelyn is a friendly and energetic young lady who puts 100% into everything she does, whether it's academics, debate, teen empowerment, Grub Street writing program, or volunteering at school events. Every week, Jocelyn volunteers in the before school programs for students in the lower grades at the Henderson K through 12 Inclusion School. She is also passionate about the visual and performing arts and a recipient of the Boston Scholar Athlete Award. This future leader is headed to Lesley University. Shine on, Jocelyn. All right, we're going to put our hands up because our next valedictorian is from the Horace Mann School for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing, Mohammed Abenor. Hands up, everybody. Mohammed has been a member of the Horace Mann School for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing from K through 12 family since he was three years old. Mohammed has excelled in everything he has set out to do. At school, he has served as student representative in the school site council, president of student government, and captain of the men's basketball team. Mohammed delights in helping others and making positive contributions to his communities. He has been a police explorer in the Boston Police Department, a current member of the Mayor's Youth Council, and a youth mentor in the Islamic Society of the Boston Cultural Center. Mohammed will attend Gallaudet University in Washington, D.C., and plans to pursue a career in political science. Another round of applause for Mohammed. Thank you. From the Edward M. Kennedy Academy for Health Careers, Alvin Morales Hiron. Alvin has spent his entire academic career in BPS, from elementary school and the Mario Umano Academy from middle school. At EMK, Alvin has continuously challenged himself with AP courses, and most recently by taking dual enrollment courses at Wentworth Institute of Technology. Outside of school, Alvin is a passionate soccer player. Alvin will attend Dartmouth College, majoring in pre-med with a goal of becoming an anesthesiologist. From the Mary Leon Pilot High School, Julian Marcuse. Julian is known as the go-to tech guy at the Mary Lions. He has been practicing coding since the age of 8 and has won first place in the citywide science fair, as well as several special awards. His legacy at his school will be his shenanigans, his love for learning, and his home-baked goods. This fall, Julian will attend Champlain College, where he plans to study, what else? Computer science. Calling up Headmaster Brent Dickens, who will accept the award for Madison Park Technical Vocational High School, Fatuma Hussein. Originally from Kenya, Fatuma is a student in the nursing assisting vocation in the Allied Health Department in Madison Park. She will attend Northeastern University on a full scholarship. From McKinley Preparatory High School, Special Joy Brown. Special is a hardworking and motivated student who may seem quiet and soft-spoken, but isn't afraid to speak her mind. She completed a 3-month internship with Jewish Vocational Services during her junior year and participated in the dual enrollment program at Roxbury Community College during her senior year. Special is preparing to enter the Boston Bridge program at Roxbury Community College and plans to transfer to a 4-year college to earn her bachelor's degree in the medical sciences. Let's hear it for Special Joy. From McKinley South End Academy, Ariel Ramsey. Ariel has been a student of the McKinley School since the 3rd grade. She has encountered numerous barriers throughout her young life, but has benefited from the numerous supports at McKinley, resulting in her academic and social emotional success. Following graduation, Ariel plans to enter the workforce in the field of construction. We need you! She has expressed an interest to return to school to pursue a degree in counseling and eventually join the professional guidance team at McKinley Schools to pay it forward by mentoring and guiding young people. From Margarita Muniz Academy, Stephanie Castillo. Originally from the Dominican Republic, Stephanie is an active member of the Muniz community. She has been a member of the debate team, a peer leader, a member of the school band, and a math tutor. Stephanie is also part of Summer Search, where she learned to sail and studied at Brown University. She has also worked as an organizer for Center to Support Immigrant Organizing. Stephanie will continue her studies at the UMass Boston Honors Program. Congratulations. From New Mission High School, Danelia Gossip. Danelia grew up in Jamaica and lived in Kansas before moving to Boston. These experiences have given Danelia a unique perspective on life and made her determined to become the best version of herself. Confident but humble, Danelia is characterized by her teachers as a brute force in the classroom. This is a model student, and her future leader has earned a full ride to Dartmouth College. Let's hear it for this remarkable young woman. From the John D. O'Brien School of Mathematics and Science, Hurairahia. Hurairah's parents, who immigrated to the U.S. from Bangladesh, instilled in their children the value of education. Hurairah is a powerful academician who is always challenging herself. Last year, she joined the Boston Debate League with no previous training, and she ended up winning her first debate. She also serves as president of the Muslim Students and Allies Association. This extraordinarily well-rounded young woman will attend Boston University. From the Josiah Quincy Upper School, Kamaya Austin. Kamaya Austin has been a student at the Josiah Quincy School from kindergarten through grade 12. She has challenged herself to take the most demanding international baccalaureate program course load available at JQUS and is a candidate for the IB diploma. Kamaya has a long list of extracurricular activities, is a member of Harvard Crimson Summer Academy, and maintains a part-time job. Kamaya has the distinction being the first generation to receive a high school diploma. She is headed to Tufts University, where she plans to major in education and may return to Quincy School. From the Muriel S. Snowden International School at Copley, Gina O'Brien. Gina is another homegrown student. She attended the Warren Prescott K-8 prior to entering Snowden, where she is an international baccalaureate diploma student. Gina cares about her community and our changing environment. She hopes to become a doctor and assist those who need medical care in other countries. Next stop for Gina, Northeastern University, where she has earned a full scholarship. From Tech Boston Academy, Tommy Nguyen. Tommy is the oldest child of a tight-knit family who strives to be an example to his younger brothers. He has taken multiple honors and AP courses and is always willing to help his classmates. Tommy is a quiet leader who is not afraid to ask questions and drive change in his community. He is passionate about computer science and will continue his studies this fall at Wentworth Institute of Technology. From Urban Science Academy, Yonalis Rosaria Perez. Yonalis grew up in Roslindale and has attended Boston Public Schools throughout her educational career. She is the last of 3 siblings to graduate from Urban Science Academy, where she earned a 4.27 GPA and is a member and secretary of the National Honor Society. Yonalis received a full scholarship from UMass Lowell, the Adams Scholarship, and a $20,000 4-year scholarship from the Brigham and Women's Student Success Jobs Program at Brigham and Women's Hospital, where she serves as the senior representative. She plans to major in biology and eventually become a physician. And last but certainly not least, from West Roxbury Academy, please welcome Wenda Durand. Wenda's family immigrated to the U.S. from Haiti after they lost everything in the devastating 2010 earthquake. At WRA, Wenda participated in many extracurricular activities such as debate team, Artists for Humanity, the soccer team, and the student newsletter. Wenda says participating in extracurricular activities has taught her the importance of teamwork and helped her develop confidence outside of her comfort zone. Wenda will attend Suffolk University, where she plans to study political science and hopes to attend law school. One more round of applause for the valedictorians of the class of 2019.